Good day. And today we're with Chris Keyser, a candidate for the Vermont State House, place where I retired from recently. He is running for the State House seat, the representative seat of Rutland 7. You folks vote at Calvary Church. So Chris.
Hey, Peter.
How are you?
Well.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Well, I was born and raised in Chelsea, Vermont, and we moved to Proctor, where I graduated from the Proctor High School, and went on to live. I've lived in Rutland since 1998, and have 3 children and 4 granddaughters.
Great. Look at the camera. So while you've been living here, you've obviously been working. What did you do for work?
Yeah, I was in the energy business for 40 years. Many people know Keyser Energy. And it was something I retired from in 2019.
And I know you've been a big part of the community as far as helping the community. What has your involvement been?
Yeah, right from the very beginning when I came back to run a business here, I started with the Chamber of Commerce and was president of that. The Rutland Economic Development Corporation, I was president of that and is the current treasurer of that organization. Also a board member and past president of Rutland Mental Health. On the board, president of the Killington Music Festival, and past treasurer and board member of the Vermont Farmers Food Center. So I've tried to keep my hand in things.
Great. So Chris, the most important question is, why are you running?
That's a great question. Thank you, Peter. Over the last years, I have been increasingly disappointed in Montpelier's disregard for the affordability of the common Vermonter. The current party in power has increased our fuel prices, the electric rates, new payroll taxes, and they hiked motor vehicle fees. And that was quite a bit. The last straw for me, Peter, was when they voted to double their salary, and only by the grace of the governor's veto did we avoid that. That showed me that there was a callous disregard for the average citizen in Vermont, and got me up out of my seat and wanting to run.
Now, obviously, the citizens of Rutland recently received their property tax bills, and property taxes went up, despite the fact that, as I understand it, that something more could have been done to keep those property tax bills down. Care to comment at all?
Well, I think you're right, and that was the problem with the whole session this year. There was a general rancor that there was no compromise, there was no balance, and I look to help maybe restore some of that when I get up there.
And regarding property taxes, a lot of folks here in the city of Rutland live in apartments.
Yep.
So, do renters indirectly pay property taxes?
Well, of course they do. And any time the underlying cost of giving a service or a product to a consumer goes up, it doesn't stop at the person that is selling it. It goes on to the consumer. And that's with property taxes. You'll see rents go up. I've had a discussion seeing all the things that go into my butcher's bill these days. So it's really an insidious way of taxation.
I've also heard that we are going to be seeing a 70-cent increase, at least in the amount that we pay for heating oil. Now, I use 900 gallons a year, and 70 cents is another $630 out of my pocket that I hadn't planned on doing. Mm-hmm. Can you explain what's going on, please?
Well, I wish I could explain, but this has the roots into a carbon tax, and carbon taxes have been trying to be passed, and this is the most current iteration of such. Now, 70 cents was a number that was thrown out by not thrown out, it was a study that the ANR was required to do by the legislature. That's one number. There's since been another report that comes out and says that it would cost Vermonters $17 billion, that's with a B, over 20 years to accomplish these goals. It seems unconscionable to put such a regressive, and it is a regressive tax against the whole citizenship of the state of Vermont. And I'm against it. I cannot see why. Someone would have to explain to me why we would want to beat ourselves and have no negligible effect on the world's carbon footprint.
Now, as I understand it, this is just Vermonters paying it, and I don't know where people are going to get that money from to be able to pay this additional bill that doesn't need to be there.
Well, there you are, and so it would be so disconcerting, I would like to give a good fight to see if we can't find other ways to accomplish some of the environmental goals that we all support.
And we do have one chance to stop this. We as a state have one chance to stop this. As I understand it, comes back for a vote in January, February, March timeframe.
That's what I understand. The
Okay.
vote comes up after it's been designed, and we will have a chance to
turn it around.
We hope so.
Okay, one more question. Do other states do this?
No other state in the country does this.
Perfect. So, in closing, what can you tell us? Why do you want to do this? Tell us about yourself.
Sure.
What would you like to say?
Well, thank you, Peter. And you heard my frustration, but I hope to provide balance and a common sense to the process that I see going on in the legislature. So I hope to be a positive influence if elected, and I thank you very much for this time.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Make sure you get out and vote on the 5th of November. Be well.
Thank you.